This no theme set, we threw out the rules, didn't make a plan, just serving up creative chaos with a side of glam. Welcome to Moodboard Nails, the Whimsical Chaos Edition. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Gigi. So we are going to do a mood board set, and it's going to be called Whimsical Chaos. I love this set, you guys. I honestly, I did not really make much of a plan. Just sat down and grabbed some things and started playing, and I knew I wanted a mixed matched set because that is so trendy right now, and I am a big fan of that trend. So why not play in that world for a little while? So this Model 1's polish is just that gorgeous, shifty, iridescent awesomeness, and we're going to come on top of that. That didn't sound right. We are going to put on top of that a deep blue jelly. Now, there's a couple ways to do this kind of a set. You could add the color to a top coat, so you don't need to top coat this. But we are going to top coat ours because I want it to be super shiny. And because we did light with dark on top, as you can see, that iridescence just shines through. But there you have options. So you absolutely do not have to use a top coat. But if you're not going to top coat the bubbly texture, you want to use a top coat to make the texture. So there you go. And that's a great way to do it if you're just doing a single color bubbly and you just want the texture. You don't really necessarily want to see two colors. So a bubble nail is versatile. Guys, actually, most of today's set is pretty versatile. You could take any one of these nails, pop it in another set, and make an accent. You could switch up colors. You could switch up embellishments, whatever you like. So that's one of the beauties of a mixed match set. It can open the door to so many other possibilities for your nails. So we are going to, on this next nail, do a 2 coats of white. And I have to tell you guys, we're coming up to the middle nail soon, and that nail actually is, that reveals that I made a mistake. This here, on top of the white, we're putting a no wipe top coat, blah, blah, not a taco, a top coat. Although you could call it a taco, that's what Christine calls it, right? A hollow taco. Anyway, and then we're going to put in this really pretty, it's silvery peachy, I guess you would call it, like pinky peachy with a silvery situation, sort of aura powder. It's a set I got a million years ago, like the first year I started doing nails, from Born Pretty. So honestly, I don't even know if they sell this anymore. And if they do, I'm sure it's been rebranded. As you know how companies love to do that. Like their solid painting gels are now the little cubes that they sell. So, you know, that's just how it is. Here we are with the blue nail. And what I'm showing you is that I've already painted it. And that leads us to the mistake. While I pull some of this out, I'll tell you, I just made a boo-boo. I set everything up, forgot something, went to do what I needed to do real quick before I started working, and I paused the camera. And you can guess what I did or didn't do, which was unpause the camera. And I was halfway through the set when I realized it. I tell you what, I walked away. I just growled, right? I growled. I added some of that iridescent powder to the white to mix it in. So there are subtle themes that is pulling everything together. I think that helps with the mixed match set. So we're just rolling this out, okay? But anyway, like I was saying, I had to take a break after that. I just walked away for like 30 minutes, took a breather, and then came back, set everything back up, put fresh nails on. But I hadn't decorated that blue one yet, this one here. And I was like, I don't want to repaint this. And I was being stubborn about it, so I didn't. So I cut that in half because I figured since we're going to do a snake and he's going to wrap the nail, I would just cut it to basically where I thought it was going to go. Now, here's the thing. Cutting it was not fun. It was a little bit messy. And if you look under the nail, there's a little piece of it under there that I didn't realize was there. So you would have to drill that off if you were actually going to wear these nails. Oh my goodness gracious. So listen, it's called Whimsical Chaos. Making the set was a little bit chaotic as well. So the name fits. The name fits. I try everything under the sun to get this little bit off. And then eventually I realize what I have to do is grab something a little more extreme. And so I grabbed this pusher, this cuticle pusher, which I don't use for cuticles because it has an edge where when it was manufactured, it wasn't smoothed correctly. And I don't want to dig holes into my nails, so I don't use it. I have a way, way, way better one that's much more kind. That little piece right there, do you see how it's stuck there? I didn't notice and it's not coming out. So there you go. That's the tail of our snake. And now we're going to come in and make the head. I wasn't sure where I wanted it to go. I realized that looks too much like a smile line. So I went, no, 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 no. Let's bring her down. And now I'm going to flatten the head a little bit and make it more of a wedgie sort of shape. Let's be honest, guys. I'm not sure how successful I was with that. But in the end, I'm very happy with my little snake. So it's been a while since we did a snake, earlier this year actually, because it is in fact the year of the snake. So I thought this makes it a good addition to this set because it brings in something else, right? Like it's all whimsical, right? So, and I don't know how whimsical Chinese astrology is, but I don't know, with all the animals and everything, I find it kind of whimsical. So now I'm going to take my, I love my pigments. So I'm just going to grab this sort of corally color and we're going to make a coral snake. I know coral snake, I think, is striped, but this is whimsy, guys. We're whimsical. And anywhere that the corally color doesn't show, you still have that iridescence from the white. So like when you're looking at the side of the snake, its underbelly is very, very shimmery. It's super shimmery. So, and then the shimmer I've used all shimmer powders. So the shimmer from this is also given us a beautiful awesomeness with this snake. There's a lot of cleaning this up, and it is a matte top coat on there already, but we're going to have to put another one because I do put some shiny on top of this snake. You'll see in a minute. And it wasn't good. Now I'm going to use that same cuticle pusher and use the gripper to make a texture in our snake. And because we're doing that, and of course, nothing's been cured yet. The shimmer powder and everything and the texture was put right into the uncured gel. Otherwise, it wouldn't work, right? Maybe the pigment would, but not that texture. And I didn't want the pigment to mess with the texture. So we are going back to the white nail real quick, going back to the white nail, and we are going to do a brocade situation. And we've already top coated that chrome. Sorry. We did top coat, chrome top coat. Brain farted there for a second. And now we're just going to come in with a stamp, and it's gold, so it's beautiful for brocade, and it goes really good with this peachy color. Look at that. And then we're going to put it directly over our little pot here and put some very fine acrylic powder on it because it will stick to that polish. Then I'm going to use my brush to wipe off the excess so we can stamp the bottom. Now, you could also do this as a French, but you'd probably have to sugar it before you tried to make the French shape. That might be different. We'll have to Let's experiment. We'll experiment in a short or something, guys. So again, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Most of the people who watch have not subscribed. And I guess most of the people that watch do not watch to the end. So if you're still here, thank you, Rockstar. I really appreciate you. Here comes my heart. Heart for you. So now we're going to stamp the bottom. I think, listen, this is just an opinion. And if you disagree, please disagree. All stamps should be long enough for XL nails. Ta-da! Is that so hard? If I ever make a company and I sell them, it's going to be mandatory that all the patterns and stuff like this have to be long enough for XL nails. And I can't always find stamping plates that have that. So hit me in the comment section if you know some, because you know your girl wants them. So I have put what I personally thought at the beginning was a nice dry top coat brush. It wasn't nice and dry. I should have kept scraping off, but I didn't. So here we are cleaning up, which is not going to be good enough. I don't know if this has been your experience, but once any other product touches the matte top coat, it ruins it. So I shouldn't have even bothered to matte top coat it, because I'm going to have to do it again anyway. But that's neither here nor there. It's just a little wasted product and time. And a lesson learned, so it can't be a waste if you learned something. Second thing I should have done, use a smaller brush. Put a dot on a palette and used a smaller brush. Didn't do that. See, this would have worked. This brush right here. I just grabbed a dry brush and I'm just kind of dragging off any of the top coat that is hiding our texture. And then I cured, or now I'm cleaning off the rest of the top coat, and we're going to cure. Excuse me. Now we are coming to the next nail, and we're going to paint it this pretty gold. This gold is gorgeous. It's a painting gel, but it's so light that I've never really found it satisfying to paint anything with it. I'm just checking color. I'm pleased. This is going to be our animal print nail, but the scale of the print is so huge that it really, it's an animal print, but it's not, it's also not obvious, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. You could look at it and just think, oh, kind of abstract, right? But it is an animal print. So there you go. And you see that in the full sheet. But once it's on the nail, there's no full print, no actual like full circle or anything. So I love it. I think it came out great. I thought about hand painting an animal print, but honestly, I'm glad I went with this foil because it really does just work with the whole set. Again, why didn't I grab a small brush? What is wrong with me when I was making this set? I don't know why I'm being stubborn about that, but I did come in with my cleanup brush and clean it up before I popped it in the lamp. You could also do your snake matte. There you go. But I just thought he looked better shiny because with the texture, it's almost like a satin sort of finish. Love it. Here is our second coat of the gold. We are actually going to do 3 because I just decided I wanted a little more opacity so that if we had any spots that the foil didn't work on, we would really have more of a matching color. Now with just a little bit of builder gel, and this is Accidental Milky White. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go watch the last video. Ta-da! And we're going to give him these pretty little blue eyes because the background is that indigo blue. I just thought this light blue looked really good with the coral, and it brings it all together. Ta-da! Look at our pretty snake. I love him. Next time I might have given him stripes. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section. Now we're going to put down our foil gel. which is by Makybling, my personal favorite that I have ever tried. I'm always willing to try new ones, but for now, Makybling is my ride or die. I just, full 1 minute cure, 60 seconds, and then down with our foil. This foil's a little beat up, so I put it down a little because it was the most complete area. As you can see, there's some little nicks and stuff in this one. This foil, for some reason, got beat up, although honestly, I think I have hundreds of sheets of foil, guys, and this one escaped me. When I was looking for look at that, look how pretty that is. Let's put a top coat. When I was looking for a foil to yesterday when I did this set, I was like, oh, I've not seen this one before. Perfect. And it's a little different than all the other colors, but it goes really well with them. We are on our last nail, the pinky nail, which if I were going to change a nail of this set, it would probably be the pinky nail. I'm not upset with it, but it's just not my favorite. That's all. So we're just going to put a little glitter. We're just going to use some glitter here. I've got that pretty blue glitter, and then way too much gold. Boom. What was I even... Anyway, we're going to mix that in with our base coat, and then I'm going to come in with red because we don't have any red in this set, and I don't always play with red a lot, and I was feeling red, honestly. So, and it's not the color I object to. I think I should have taken it further. That's my only problem with it. I should have come up with something that took it further. But really, we're just going to play with a little glitter in the red polish. And like I said, I'm not mad at it. I don't hate the nail. It's just not my favorite. I like it. I don't love it. Does that make sense? I like it. I don't love it. But, you know, it was the last nail, and I'd already had a big mistake and disappointment in the set. And I think that at this point, I was just like, whatever's clever, right? Like, look, it's cute. It's cute. And maybe if I'd stopped here, I'd be happier. That is not what's going to happen, though. Here we go. We're coming back in with the brush. I don't know why I didn't cut that little bit out, guys. My apologies. That was not my best edit job. I'm just dragging the glitter around a little. And again, like it, don't love it. Like, it's not ugly. It's cute. And if it was part of, I don't know, maybe a full jelly set that pulled it, I don't know. It's whimsical, though, so it works for the set. And our mood for this mood board is whimsy. And here we are, guys. I think it flows nicely. The red even does work really good with the set. So I'm going to stop beating myself up about one nail. How about that? How about we do that? Guys, let me know what you think about this set in the comment section. I think it came out pretty stinking cute. Honestly, I'm having a hard time deciding which one of them is my favorite. They're all so cute and different. Like the blue on that soap bubble nail, gorgeous. The brocade, fancy and stunning and whimsical. The snake, adorbs. That transfer foil is stunning. And I don't hate the red one. There you go. So we know that one's not my favorite. Maybe the snake is my favorite, but that white one too. Guys, let me know what your favorite is in the comment section. And if you agree with me about the red one. In any case, while you're down there, there's a like button. Hit it. Hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.